Yo, right everyone, this is Cob and it's been a fortnight since my last Sunday's video, so it's time to talk to you guys now about our progress, things we are working towards, projects like Cobrak 17 that are nearing completion, as well as projects I'm planning in the future. So let's get started right away. First of all, you might have noticed a new intro playing after the Gamma Labs G Fuel intro at the start of my videos. This is of course a Virtual Throne gaming intro. They are a new sponsor of mine who asked me to support them and get their image out there a little bit. They're actually a new Korean based esports community. They're involved mostly with League of Legends at the moment, but they are soon to be branching out into Dota 2. And I've heard they're going to try and have a 3v3 WoW team in place for the upcoming BlizzCon, which should be kind of epic. They'll also be sending me gaming gear every now and again, which is insane. I've already had a Molten Edition Naga arrive in the mail, which was just madness, but somewhat shamefully, I'm not actually using it right now as I don't want to have to get used to it while recording the last clips for Cobrak 17, so Decora has stolen that for the time being. The part about Virtual Throne though that really has me pumped up to be working with them is that Drake Dog is actually a co-founder there, and he was the one who reached out to me and offered me their sponsorship. If you don't know who Drake Dog is, you need a history lesson on Destruction Warlord PvP movies. I loved his content for the longest time, so to be on speaking terms with him now on Skype is fairly sweet. Now moving on to the next topic, which is just as, if not more exciting for me and maybe for some of you guys too, and that is Cobrak 17. I don't want to put a date on this. To announce a release date might make me rush the editing, and that is something I'm not willing to do. The editing is going to be delicious in this one, and I'm not settling or sleeping pretty much until I get anything less than that. Don't get me wrong, I would love to announce a release date for the movie, and I'm sure that some of you would like that a lot too, but I honestly don't know how long the editing process might take. Just like the nature of some of the clips recorded for the video, there are going to be a lot of different editing styles to play around with in the making of the video as well. As far as overall progress goes though, I can say that 90% of the recording is done. There is just some final key clips to record. I have permissions from almost all of the artists who made the songs that I've chosen for this project, and then I'm going to predict that the editing will take 3 or 4 days of solid 12-hour sessions to finish. It is getting to the point now though where I'm just really excited to put on a show for you guys, make a movie that you'll all hopefully look back to and remember even after the next expansion lands. So yeah, it's a lot of positive and exciting news this Sunday. I'm overjoyed with the way things are going, at the pace at which our community of Destrolocks, or potential Destrolocks of course, is growing. And all I can think about is the future now and where this journey might go next. Alright, so that's a quick flashy news update of the kind of things that have been going on behind the scenes recently, and now I'm going to go over some questions from you guys. Some have been left as comments, others sent as personal messages. Going to answer these and then shout out the donators over the past couple of weeks. Blaze Law GT says, Cob, massive fan here, but what video capture and editing software would you recommend for beginners? If I could go back in time and tell myself which programs to start out with, it would probably be Bandai Cam2 Record. It's a free and fairly simple screen recorder, and as long as you don't mind fiddling with the settings a little bit and having a 10-minute file length restriction, which isn't a problem for most people, you're good to go with that one. It also doesn't seem to give any huge FPS spikes like Fraps does, which is great. As for editing software, I'd start out with something as basic as even Windows Movie Maker, but in the meantime, try and get a hold of one of the Sony Vegas programs. They might seem pretty confusing at first, but after a few YouTube tutorial videos, I think you'll be shocked at how fast you can actually get to grips with it, and it really is an epic program, and one that I'm very glad that I did pick up. I'm Casco asks, what is the add-on you have that shows enemy cooldowns on top of their health bar? That add-on is called Vile Cooldowns, and for future reference, anyone wondering which add-ons I use, they will all be listed in the descriptions of my videos from here on out, along with links to Curse.com where you can download them. TBDI Bastian says, hey Cob, future video maker here, was hoping you could give some insight as to how you came about making videos, and perhaps you could offer some words of advice or inspiration. I came into making videos myself as I needed a creative outlet. I liked WoW, I liked my music, and I saw other people making videos, so I just thought I'd have a go at it too, and it was all as simple as that to begin with really. As for words of advice, I'm not sure how cliche these ones might sound, but I'm just gonna go with it. I'm sure a lot of people have heard this one before, but don't do anything just for the money, and if you insist on existing just to reap in cash profits, don't try and do it through YouTube. Some people have crazy ideas about how much money YouTube partners make, like myself, and I can tell you without being allowed by contract to mention any exact amount, that it isn't anything to go wild about. So my advice would be just to stay passionate. Make videos for yourself before anyone else. You need to love what you're doing and be proud of it. If that means using a certain type of music in your videos that some people won't like, just do it anyway. If it means you're starting a gaming channel and want to move to a different game to stay pumped up about your projects, just go for that too. I sometimes look at my channel and see it as a projection of my own mind or something. Everything I'm passionate about is on here in some way, and it's an amazing feeling to keep on building on that. Javian Tello 0412 says, "Hey Cobb, I just wondered tons and tons of times why you prefer to use the talent Mortal Coil instead of the stun one Shadow Fury. I'm sorry about my horrible English." Your English is actually quite good, man, really. And the only time I use Mortal Coil, I mentioned in a video not too long ago, is when I'm playing with a partner or teammate who already has a stun ability, like a mage's Deep Freeze. I just don't want to DR their stuns when I could be letting my partner use his stun, and then I can follow that up with a full Mortal Coil horror effect. But I do see what you're saying. Shadow Fury is probably the better talent overall, which is why I use it always when I'm playing solo and usually in Battlegrounds. Stillito97 says, "Hey Cobb, I was wondering if there are more Devastation videos coming up," and there will be. Since the change which gave all players 65% base resi came into effect, the damage even on low geared players just has never been the same, which was part of what made the Devastation videos so fun to play in and edit, just the huge amounts of damage. But I really don't want to end the series so early, so yes, I will find a way to work my ass off to have another one of those put out in the future for sure. And finally, Antony PvP says, "Really good answers, Cobb, thank you. But I'm going to throw a hard question for you. What class would you play if Blizzard randomly removed Warlocks from the game?" This is a damn hard question, so good job. I would probably main a healer, to be honest, likely a Resto Druid or a Holy Paladin, and then maybe have like a Warrior ult or something, just to rip things up on when I get annoyed. So without Warlocks, I don't think I'd feel half as attached to the game. I'd probably just play casually to chill out with friends, I think, but that also means I'd have no YouTube channel, and would either be unemployed or working some other job too. So it's pretty amazing just how much, not just WoW, but the Warlock class itself, the class which I immediately gravitated to when I started playing, has changed my life in the end. That's going to be all for the questions this time, guys. Really nice one at the end there. If you'd like a question answered in the future episode, just leave it below in the comments or send it in an inbox. I'll skim through them all and pick out the best in a fortnight's time for the next Sunday's episode. Now onto the donations over the past fortnight and the notes that were attached to those donations. Tom Brundret has gone and donated €90 over the course of 2 weeks in 2 sets of 45, so a huge amount here right away. 2 donations means 2 notes were left behind by him, of course. The first one reads, "Loved all the content you put out over the past weeks and will be waiting for Cobb 17 in the future. Keep up the amazing work and can't wait for the next one." The second note then says, "Hey Cobb, Tom here again. Love the duels against cartoons. Naturally I was rooting for you. Just a bit unlucky on some of them, but all were really good games. Can't wait until the next one, and as always, stay Destro." Epic notes, man. Brad Punk donates €7 saying, "I really love your work and you're the reason why I started playing Lock. Thanks for the good work and keep it up. I'm loving you, full homo, and I'm afraid I can't quite reciprocate the homo gesture, but thanks man, it really means a lot." Jens Jaeger donates €10 with this message. "Hi Cobb, first a big thanks for your awesome and entertaining videos and montages. They are always helpful, and you are one of the people that motivated and still motivates me to produce my own videos on my channel. I hope that donation helps you and you will produce a lot more content in the future, and maybe you can and want to help me with a small shout out for those German viewers on my channel. I also produce a lot of WoW stuff, no montages but BG and arena stuff, and also lots of guides. And with the German language only, it's hard for me to reach more people that like my stuff. I dropped a link to your channel in the description, man, and thank you very much for the donation." Alex Tribe donates €20 saying, "Hey, just a small donation to say thanks for doing what you do. I can't get enough of your outnumbered content. The 1v2s and the 1v3s are godlike." Tommy Halverson then goes ham with a €60 donation, and this is his note. "Hey man, here is a little something to support you. I've been following you for around 5 years now. I hope you're doing well. Anyway man, have a lovely weekend, keep on oozing." And I definitely will. Thanks to everyone who donated. You don't know how much it means, but hopefully I'll be able to show you when me and Sophie move into a new flat soon, but that'll be in a future vlog. So for now, I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm going to catch you all next time.